My name is Olivia Gans Turner. I am the president of the Virginia Society for Human Life, which is the nation's oldest pro-life organization, having been founded in 1967. We are also the only single-issue organization in the state. We have fought alongside groups like Family Foundation, Catholic Conference, and others for years fighting these bills, and has been stated, no one of us is surprised by the actions of Governor Northam, Delegate Tran, or any of their cronies and colleagues in the Democratic caucus. This agenda has been driven for years by the pro-abortion elements in our communities, NARAL, Planned Parenthood, etc. The reality is that the new ethos of the pro-abortion lobby is to go all in for abortion under any circumstances at any time. It always has been since 1973, but now the cat is out of the bag. We are seeing the truth once and for all. The veil is pulled away, and we are aware that even at 9 months of pregnancy, these people believe it's legitimate, and that in fact they are willing to strip away all hard-won state protections and pro-life provisions. The outcry we are hearing now points clearly to the disgust that Virginians and Americans of every stripe have toward these attempts to strip away these provisions and protections and hard-won laws. Delegate Tran's heinous bill simply cast a much-needed light into the dark minds of those in the General Assembly that see abortion as the ultimate good for women and who have absolutely no respect for the innocent and helpless unborn lives who perish in every single abortion. As has been said, the same bill and others like it were introduced again and again and luckily have been defeated again and again, but only because there is a pro-life majority in the Virginia General Assembly. Any state General Assembly or legislature could find themselves in the same condition because, of course, New York has set a new standard of shame for every other state to copy. We promise you that here in Virginia, we will not follow in those footsteps. Pro-abortion Democrats in Virginia believe that they are within striking distance of their goal. They think that the people of Virginia can be fooled and dissuaded, and they can be masked by other kinds of distractions. But we will not support their agenda, and we will not become another New York under any circumstances. The unborn child is the forgotten member in every one of these debates. Every abortion stops the beating heart of an innocent unborn child. By 20 weeks of pregnancy, perhaps even earlier, we know that abortion causes excruciating pain to the child who is killed in that process. In order to do an abortion in that late stage of pregnancy, at the 7th, 8th, and 9th month, the techniques in order to do an abortion in the late months of pregnancy, the techniques involved require poisoning the unborn child or pulling that child apart limb by limb in their mother's body. The truth is that we are looking at gruesome and horrible things that are being done on a daily basis. This is not a new conversation for those of us in the pro-life movement. We have been standing strong with those in the General Assembly, individuals like Tim Hugo and others who are here today representing the pro-life position in Northern Virginia. We know that Planned Parenthood is buying these individuals. We know that NARAL is buying these individuals. We know that right now, even as we fight this, there are issues like the ERA being resurrected from ancient days to cause trouble here in the Virginia legislature, which would also strip every law, not only in Virginia, but if ratified, could strip every law across the United States. They fight from every angle, and so must we. We must be prepared to do what we must. I've had an abortion myself. I am one of the mothers that are often talked about by the likes of Delegate Tran or Governor Northam. And I can tell you that women do deserve medical care that does not kill their babies and does not put our bodies and our minds at risk for years of anguish, physical harm, and regret. Virginia's Republicans have made it clear that they intend to stand strong in defense of life. For that, we are all grateful here, particularly the Virginians in this crowd. But we must ask you in your country and your throughout the country, in your own states, to make sure you are communicating. Communicate now, every day, constantly with your legislative members. Make sure they know your position. If they're doing the right thing, thank them. If they are not, if they are too cowardly to stand, if they have deliberately done the unthinkable and supported abortion, make it clear where you stand and that you are watching and that you are voting. The The difference between the two sides of the House of Delegates is very clear. There are far too many pro-abortion delegates ready and willing to do the bidding of the abortion industry, Planned Parenthood, and others at the expense of the women and unborn children of Virginia. That exists across the country. We must not look away. Virginians and other states must decide the direction we will go as a country, and it must not be in the wake of New York.
Yeah. Nice job, Olivia!
Good morning. My name is Amy McInerney.